If I can get that padlock off, might look alright inside this. That might be able to be used for something. And that. Hello everybody, and welcome back. To Oakbridge. It's seeding day. What a beautiful, beautiful morning for it. How wonderful. So, put me orders in for leasing of equipment upon the store. I've spent £8,000, which I'll be honest is pretty painful, but that's just the way it is. The most annoying thing is the Cedar is the oldest one we've currently got in game. From about 1995, which is a bit annoying because that's quite modern. There's one from I'm seeing about 1998, which was a lot cheaper but smaller. I'm wondering if we can get everything done. I could probably just pick up a seeding contractor. So I think there was some. And just maybe stick a worker on some seeding whilst we do the rolling and the such, to earn us a bit of monies. So that is our roller. The Great Plains is the Cedar. It's quite big actually, isn't it? And then I've spent some money on this. In fact, let's do it front ways. See how it works. It doesn't. So there you go. I must not have a hitch on the front, which is rather surprising. I should probably get out of this winter gear now as well, shouldn't I? Now we're into spring. No. Cedar's literally behaving like the dog when you get some treats out. when the treat cupboard opens up, the ears pop up. I mean, that's right in the middle, but not to worry. Good thing with this is you can put other bags on it that you can fill up separately, and seeds and fertiliser are cheaper. So it was a £5,000 investment for the attacher. Quite big actually, that, isn't it? Have we got no strobes? We're gonna have an issue when we get down there. I suppose it does look quite old actually, doesn't it? Sure that's on grass before I do anything else, because I have made those issues before. Yeah, we're doing alright. Where should we start? I'll tell you where we should start. Is wherever there's a contract for sewing. Oof. Wowzers. Big payers though, that, isn't it? And we have paid for the cedar. It would offset the cost. And thankfully, we've made it down this road without anything coming towards us. That could be a problem. That is a problem. Somebody release a... It doesn't fold, does it? I don't think we're likely to get down that gate either. You're going to have to wait, mate. Ooh, right. I can get that in there, even if I have to come back and fix the gate. Oh my god, that's so close. And it was more expensive. Going for the power attitude. No, that's not going to work, is it? Look at the mess I've made of the ground. No. I'm gonna have to just go and get the smaller one, aren't I? I'll have to bite the bullet. Bear with. Normal service has been resumed. This is 3 meters. This should definitely fit. Yo. So this is basically the only cedar we can use at present. That's vintage. Although to be fair, I mean, it looks old. It's got a nice animation when you open the thing. Step comes down. It's a good mod. Oh, there's those 2 missing bales from the other day. Right. Grass. Down you go. Fold. Is that it? Okay. This needs a lot more of your horses than the Great Plains bigger one as well. Still nothing out of this green. Christ on a stick. That's mental. Absolutely mental. So, small holding. What do we do with a small holding? Do we animals here? I tell you what I'm thinking, putting goats up at the dairy farm, because the goats will produce milk. We can treat it the same that we do with cow's milk, ready for sale. Sheep, yeah, I suppose we could. I just want to get an outside edge done first, and possibly have a bit more of a focus on which areas to do. This might take a bit of a while actually. These fields are bigger than I anticipated. Definitely not picking up those big sewing contracts now. That's something for another world. Ooh, now I'm beginning to think maybe I should put the lines on. Yeah, I should have done that actually, because missing a spot's really going to irritate me, especially as these potentially are just going to stay as grass fields. Right. I best get a wriggle on, if such a thing could happen. Can't really see much going on, can we? I'll come back to you. I think I've got the whole field done. Hopefully the map will... Ooh, that's tight. Tell us otherwise, but ooh, I'll just click that. It's so annoying if you end up missing a patch. It's alright if it's a crop to a point, because the crop's only there once. But with grass, I find it so annoying if there's a patch missing. Is that bit done? I think it is. That looks good to me. We'll take it. I'd be tempted to put a worker on and then bring go and fetch the roller. However, use my gate, can't I? That side. Lovely. However, I think the roller needs 100 horsepower, so I'd have to put it on something big anyway, unless I switch the Deutz bar over. But then is there any point? This is really tight here, isn't it? I'm gonna cut in first, I think. Look, that little butterfly. That was it. It's gone. Yeah, I think goats up here. Isn't a bad shout. Just because we got all the milk closer, then we can get the milking done all in one go, can't we? Actually, it gives enough room to turn around, I reckon. Just missed a bit down there. Spin. Alright, I'll turn that bit first then. Obviously it doesn't like to turn whilst you're seeding because that roller's in the ground. So they don't want you doing that. Which is perfectly fine and understandable. I think I'll need to cut in at the top as well, but only to tidy up at the end maybe. Right, I'll come back to you again shortly. It's only 9:30, there's plenty of time. It's not really took that long at all, to be fair. I must lift that up so I'm not struggling to turn. That might help. Just doing this as a bit of a courtesy, really. Doesn't necessarily need it, but it's got that one strip down there, I think, to do. And we've seeded. Out with the old, in with the new. I think that should do that bit. Oh, I'll shut the gate now. Although, we need to drop these seeds off. That all looks tickety-boo to me. Although that bit's not done. Should I? Yes, I will. Better to get it done than to suddenly find out in 3 months there's a gaping patch. Nobody wants a gaping patch, whatever that means. Sounds dirty. Dirty gaping patch. I'm losing the plot. Doesn't quite look correct to me. I'm going to do that bit. I've got to go up that way anyway, so. That's the one. Better to be safe than sorry is the way. And we've got to drive that way, drop the seeds off. In hindsight, we could have just bought a handful of seeds because we've used, I think it was a 600 litre holder, to be fair. Which side will you? No, 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 no. Yes. Love the way the steps go up. Not a bad seeder, to be fair. I mean, 7 miles an hour isn't the best, but I mean, it's only 10 o'clock, we've got both fields done, so just got to get it rolled. I don't think we can really sniff at that, can we? Right. National speed limit down this gravel track. So we'll get the roller. It's not Rolls Royce. I wonder if surely Rolls Royce had some work with agriculture back in the day, surely. Do aeroplanes and spaceships and submarine parts as well as cars, Spitfires. Or the engine for the Spitfire. Drop this bad boy off. I'm going to have to come back separately to get those out. I left it running. I'm still attached as well, aren't I? Ah, that's why. There is an item that I think we should get, but it's 50 grand. It'd suit a British map really well though. Really, really well. Also, we might. Ooh. You can get through there, can't you, mate? I can't. We could do corn maize because we could silage it, and I'm sure there's a small implement that you can harvest with. I'm thinking it turns it into forage. He's coming towards us. We'll do this feed. We'll do this one first. Then we can finish and have a consideration of what will be to be done. I didn't need to come in that bit, did I? What we can do at the can we push that? Yes, we can. To be fair, that's just an aluminium frame with a bag and a few 100 litres of seeds. I mean, that shouldn't be that heavy, should it? Should it? Right, we definitely should do the outside edges last. However, I'm not. This is working nice. Lovely. That's where the problem's going to be. This end of the field. Definitely going to have to square that bit off, aren't we? To be fair, the top end, yeah, probably need to do both headlands, both top ends, ideally. Does not want to pull it backwards. Well, I suppose it's possibly quite heavy. No, what are you doing? No, don't need any staff on this. I'm perfectly capable myself. Allow me to knacker it up, not you guys. Should we have some music? Why not? pretty much done. It's not even lunchtime. Oh, that worked nicely with the deformation. Got a little point at the top that I don't seem to be able to. In fact, let's soften. Where is it? It's around about there, isn't it? I don't want to spend too much money because whilst I've been sat thinking, as much as that's nice and flat, we can definitely build on here. Let's just try and take that whole edge out actually. That, oh, it's produced something. Oh my god. I'll have a quick look at that in a minute then. Ugh. Completely threw me out, mate. State of shock it should put me in on. Completely forgot what I was doing. I was literally about to just jump out and run straight over to it. Amazing! It's produced something. So in the long run we're going to need money. I mean, in the long run, that's always a thing. In the long run we'll start making money when we've got animals producing, but I think down here we could definitely put a mushroom house in. Maybe. I want to try and get that field there as well, and then maybe we could have a little. Beautiful. We can put productions up here. The small holding could be our production area. I want to move this wood thing underneath a canopy of some sort. That is my plan. And then, oh, it'll help if you lift that up. But I'm going to spend some money for the end of this episode. About 50 grand on an item. I was hoping it would come up in the sale, but it's not likely, is it, realistically? Let's just be honest about it. But it's going to be much more beneficial on a small map like this. It's from about 1997, so pretty brand spanking new compared to the other stuff at the minute. I mean, the chances are once we've bought one, another one will come up in the sale, but if that's the case we'll just trade out and take the older one, or not. But although it'll bring the money down, it'll bring the money up as well, if that makes sense, because we can move the pallets with it. I know that I've got liftable pallets mod on, but the same reason why I bought that big bag lifter is to add a bit more realism. And the deadwood in the sawmill is just an absolute winner on a map like this, where some of the things are just too big for us to do with small equipment. So Whee! Let's just get that hooked up. Yep. Great stuff. Take that around with you. Spending money today, aren't we? It's got a trailer. It's got a hitch on it as well. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wonder what else it could work with. Anyway. It's a doozy for this map. Late 90s. Not the electric, that would have been newer. Got your UK flag on. Forks. No, we'll take the skid steer attacher. UK flag. Absolutely. Traditional colours, or should we... What's the difference between that and that? Nothing. No, that's way too fancy looking. What about just jet black? Yeah, jet black on the rims. Plate it. Classic colours. £48. Skid steer attachments. Starting ourselves off with a pallet fork in JCB yellow. Obvs. We've got stone attachments. That's a decent sized shovel. That's a really good sized shovel. Would that pick up grass off the ground? I'll have to check on that. Potentially that could be a new job that we could pick up. But could we... potentially make our life a bit easier brand new. We might be able to make our life a bit easier with the Deadwood contracts. This hasn't got a... I don't know if that'll connect. And it does only go 12 miles an hour. But potentially we could cut bigger chunks of logs to put on our trailer if we don't mind going at a rather slow pace. and we can load up our trailer with the wood easier. Bits and bobs around the farm, getting into that. The main thing is potentially we can keep hold of the small outbuilding, because we can put things in there and get into it with this, because it's more versatile. And on an English map, it's JCB, it's old. I mean, it looks quite new, but in real terms, it's old. It is late 90s. And it's got a UK flag on it, so we'll be back in the money soon enough. And to be fair, if we're putting sheep or cows in, that's a few grand. The sheep, what, 20 grand for the sheep pen? I was thinking of putting it up at the top end, near the putting a goat pen in at the top end near the slurry point. However, it's outside of the road. Having just done all that work, seeding and rolling, I think it'll be a it's quite a handy turning circle to have up there. Look how nice that looks. And that'll be growing soon. We'll just head down there to check this trailer and just have a look at, I'm assuming both fields will be exactly the same as to what sort of yield we can be expecting. And I mean, don't forget, there's still some collectibles knocking around if we need the money. I think potentially another silage clamp long term is going to be an idea. Tempted if we can get, I'd really want to get that field, but I think we need to focus on the animals first, get them up and running. Right. What's that got? Hello. This might be the most important purchase we've made yet, or will make. Yeah, that's pretty substantial, I think. What's left in there? Could move everything on the next episode. We could put it under a shelter up here somewhere, a bit flatter. That's a possibility. There's still a lot of the fertilised state to go on here, so that should get us up to. Oh, that's bloody neat, isn't it? That's lovely. Another fertilising state to go on there as well. I'm incredibly pleased with this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please drop us a like. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any suggestions, any comments, things you'd like to see, then please feel free to pop them in the comments section below. Until the next time, this might take me a while at this rate, but I'm going to carry this back to the no longer derelict dairy farm. Take two. I'm going to carry this back to the no longer derelict dairy farm. And until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.